Well, first of all, thank you for liking, sharing, ringing the bell, and a special thank you to subscribers, past, future, and present. So, thank you so much. And we are now heading towards the Greenway. And they've shut off one of the footpaths. I've had to come a long, long way round. And I'm now getting back to where I was, just over the other side there. We'll have a look and you'll see the damage that HS2 have done to the countryside. They've planted a load of silly little trees over there, which of course in 100 years will be as big as the ones they've hacked down. But there we are. Now this was going to be the site of the new village hall. I presume it's going on the bit over there that's not been ploughed up. You can see what sort of clay this is. Red clay here in Coventry. But yes, we're going along here, and this is a newly opened piece. We did go straight on and then turn right down by the embankment, but now we are going out across here. I daren't guess how many thousands it cost to put this bank up and put a surface on it. I dare not guess, but we will yeah, we did go down that way and then round along the bottom. Now we're going this way, and this is all had to be built up. They spent weeks building this bank up, and yeah, all because they've dug up the Greenway. Look, they've put a handful of trees in down there. They've pulled down far more than that, but they're putting a handful of trees. Can you see them? The deer will eat them in no time, but that's as is. And we're on a different path, and so the trees over there in the middle view are the Greenway, so we'll go back onto the Greenway in a moment. I do. Now there's they're not really mobile homes, they're all fitted out. We had a look at one of these, and given that these are almost like temporary dwellings, so their value goes down and down, the price of them is unbelievable. I suppose if you've got money to throw away, it wouldn't hurt for in your dotage just to go in there and not worry about it. But bricks and mortar go up and these go down, and they are an incredible price for what they are. They're quite nice inside, don't get me wrong, they are quite nice, but for what they are, I don't think I'd want one of these. Yes, look, that's where I was, over there, a few minutes ago, well, half an hour ago. So I've just done half an hour's walk to get back to where I was, all because they've shut off a footpath. Now, silly me, I thought that when they shut a footpath, HS2 had promised that they were going to put in an alternative. Well, it appears that wasn't quite what they meant. Allegedly, because I couldn't find, and I did ask one of the guys, alternative footpath, you know, that's what they were promised, and he said, I don't know. That summarised it. That embankment over there, you can see all the trees laying there that they've slashed down and ripped up. There are not many people in this area who like HS2 at all. I have to be honest, I do understand that it's creating jobs, but other than that, it's a pretty pointless exercise. And don't forget, I've said many times, you're entitled to have a different view. It doesn't actually matter if you have a different view to me. You're entitled to it, and I'd fight for your right to express it. So this is just me on my channel. It'll be interesting to see who's right about this HS2, whether the trains are going to be full and whatever. Most of what a certain person has put their hands on hasn't paid. Like the millions that were spent on the Garden Bridge and never happened. But there we are, yeah. So now we're here. Now, what I would love to know is, look, that's where the train track went along here, and they've just ripped the whole lot down. Now here's the interesting thing. I was just over there, centre view, and I could have come up along this little pathway which they've got between all these iron railings, especially to make it feel like a prison. And what they said was they'd got to close it for essential works. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Let's have a look at the essential works. Oh, I forgot to mention, there are no essential works. Look, there's all these essential works. Look, it's a field, look. See it? Just a field, nothing else. Just a field. This is the essential works. Look, close the footpath. I was over there, a couple of 100 yards away, and I've had to go miles round, all because of these bunch of half-wits working on HS2 out here, pulling trees up. Oh, for goodness sake. I shouldn't go on, because there's nothing you can do, is there? There's nothing you can do about it. These people have always done it. They get away with murder. It's interesting, isn't it, that if you chopped a big tree down in your garden, they'd be after you. You could get a hefty fine. But they've gone along the other part and ripped all these old trees down. Apparently it doesn't matter if they do it. It's perfectly okay. So this is the Greenway. There we are. David, at last you're getting your request. Morning. No, afternoon. Hello, fella. Yes, we're truly on the Greenway now, and as always, I'm protected from the wind and the sun down here amongst the trees. This is how it is. This is how it was the other way before they ripped them all up. There's no point in moaning about it really at all, because there's nothing happening. Afternoon. Yeah, my dear old dad used to make arches over railways years ago. Then he used to, when we were kids on our walks, he used to proudly take me to the arches he'd made. Underneath the arches, I'll dream my dream away. La da 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 dum. On cobblestones I lay. Da da dee 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 dee. Da 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 do. Underneath the arches, I'll dream my dreams away. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, in the next video, I'm going to talk about perspective, something that I used to teach people, youngsters, how to draw with perspective. That was when I was teaching years ago, and so I want to talk about that in the next video, but at the moment we'll just enjoy this. This is how the other part of it was. Look at it. Isn't that beautiful? Just so lovely. Down here it's like a different day. It's -1 apparently today, round about that, round about 0. And when I came out this morning it was snowing. No, early afternoon. It was actually snowing. Whether we'll get some more, I wouldn't like to say, but it feels like a different day. This is what I love about the Greenway. You can come down here amongst the trees, and it's completely different day. The wind is light. I've undone my jacket. If I carry on like this, I'll have to take my hat off. The sun has got his hat on. Hip 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 hooray. The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. Everyone be happy, everyone be gay. The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today. I'm sorry, David, you did request the Greenway. You didn't request the singing. I'm sorry about that. But I do thank you for your kind comments, and others. There are others as well. and